proportion. This is tantamount to extortion. You in a room well above your portion. Yes, sir. Must have been the bubble, let's cause a distortion. But with that out of the way, let's keep it a buck. Yes, you in a room with some monsters and fresh out of luck. It's bubblegum and knuckle sandwiches. Guessing we out of what?
Hey guys, welcome to the lab. Back with some more exclusive content. Another episode of Sundaze with the Clink Room. This episode is going to be a little bit different. First half of it, I'll be alone. We did a quick audible last week, and there was a last minute change in the submissions that got submitted for Monday Morning Critz. So we had already filmed the first half of the episode with Smartifice, Aaron Bird, and did the 10-pack of crits. And then once it got switched to the new art, Paco filled in of BP Mercs to do the new art. So basically, we'll be running the second half of the Aaron Bird interview, and then I'll just be doing the first part of it solo this time. So let's get right into it. Let's cover what was for the dead stock drop on Tuesday. There was only 3 hats. So reminder, the dead stock drop, these are hats that will ship right away. You won't have to wait the full pre-order period, and they had 3 hats that went to dead stock. So let's cover those 3. These were all leftover hats from the pre-orders, polos, deadbeats, and the Fury. 3 hats. Actually, these were not leftovers from pre-orders. These are all recolors. So I apologize for that they are not leftovers. So right here, right off the bat, the Fury, the tiger one on the right. So that one's got a little bit of Clemson tiger vibes. That one embroidered really well. When I saw the hat up for pre-order originally, I was wondering how it would embroider. That one embroidered beautifully. So I think that is a really slick hat. Deadbeats, just to see the different levels of embroidery, that hat embroidered really well. So it's double entendre with the tape and deadbeat. You know, the beat being from music, dead being the skull. It looks like a skull. That one's really cool. The little frills at the front of the bottom of the tape look like teeth. The 2 eye sockets. That's a really cool hat. Colored black and gray. If these are all solid. If I were to rank them, I'd go Deadbeats 1, Fury 2, Polos 3. But all good offerings there. So just a reminder, if you are in the Clink Club, you will get an email, I believe Monday night, that these will typically go up for purchase, and then Tuesday they release for the public. So joining the Clink VIP doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get a day up on the public. So that's a nice little 3-pack there. Now we're getting into the last call. So these all end in pre-order tonight at midnight Eastern. There's 6 hats that typically end for the pre-order. So these are the first 3. So Ice Cream Cups by Jay, Jellyfish Bloom by Levi and Creaturezoid, and Rotten to the Core by Jason V. Right off the hop, all 3 are really solid hats. I'd probably lean towards Jellyfish Bloom. I like the pun of it. The jellyfish. It looks like a jellyfish, and the bloom part, he's got some different plants and flowers into it. I think they originally had different types of flowers in there, and they changed to this style, which I think kind of suits it more. And then the tentacles of the jellyfish look like vines with thorns on them. I think it's a really cool play on words. I think it's a really slick hat. Rotten to the Core is really cool too. It's like a bad apple. It's got some worms and a skull, skull cell. That one's a really cool hat too. But yeah, I think these are all solid Ice cream cups got that old timey feel. J Max has just kind of mastered that old school mascotty type style. So I like it. All three pretty solid. I mean, I don't think one really sticks out amongst the other, but a really good offering here. Then we got another ice cream. This time ice cream, Tiger Style and Barbarians. If I were to say, probably the first three are a little bit stronger than these three, but nothing really horrid here. Ice cream is solid. Black pink. He's got a chocolate popsicle. He's screaming. That one's a really like funny kind of hat. You can see like the minor league team do like a theme night to that one. Tiger Style. I think they changed the color to get it to this green. I don't love that his pants is like the same color as like his under in his belly area, but it is still a slick hat. Looks like he only has 4 teeth. That would be my only critique on it. I know it's hard to get the details in it, being it's like a full body tiger. And then Barbarians by Assassins of Valhalla. It's not bad. I wish there was a little bit more detail. I know it's really hard to fit in there, but maybe in the line head. The line head looks a little listless, but it's got the Hercules, Gladiator, Barbarian type like look to it. I wish there was more emotion. He's just kind of just there. But all in all, these 6 hats are for pre-order until midnight tonight. If I were to rank these 3, I'd probably rank it Ice Cream, Tiger, then Barbarian. But again, nothing really terrible about these hats. I think they're all kind of good in their own way. But yeah, so that kind of ends that portion of Sundaze with the Clink Room. And then we'll get back to the rest of the Aaron Bird interview. So if you want to see the full portion, check out the episode last week where we kind of talk about his history as a designer and what kind of got him into art. And he offers up some cool advice for aspiring artists and clinkers out there. And then this portion would be just the 10 hats that we covered from last week. So hope you guys enjoy this episode, and enjoy the rest of it. Troubling Signs by the green one. Heather Green is back with another design here. What are your initial thoughts?
I like it. It looks like a fuzzy moth or some sort of Mothra kind of character. I like it. I love those kind of designs. Symmetrical. Should come out well in thread with those, big eyes and the patterning in the wings. I like this one.
It's almost got like a Terminator type colorway,
Yeah.
Almost like a graphite, black, silver, red. Reminds me of like Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Like that, the poster.
Uh-huh.
The holes in the moth almost look like bullet holes. Reminds me of, the movie even more. Just shooting the freaking shooting T2000, is that his name? Whatever, shooting him and having the bullets just go through him. It's really interesting, and it's cool to see her and her kind of progression as an artist, and finally she finally got her first one into pre-order. So congratulations to you, Heather. I know how hard you've been working and trying to push through, and it's good to see. But this one's really really different. Like she's got a really cool colorway, something that you're kind of used to seeing in the custom hat world. So she's bringing that into it, and then it has a really unique design. So I really like that kind of melding of styles. So I like this one.
Yeah.
Hedge Funds, Creaturezoid, and Rick R.E. Clifton. What do you think here?
Like the pun.
Yep.
it's kind of a slender tall. It's kind of hard to deal, always trying to put something tall on a hat is challenging. It's cool. It definitely can work. I just wonder if there's some subtraction that can be done to sort of enlarge the character themselves. But I like the color theme and the money, which is different than some of the other like cash designs we've seen. So
yeah,
I like that sort of minty crown. Yeah, I like this one.
I like the little added touch with the Kong logo on the dollar signs or on the bills.
Oh, it's in there. Okay,
It's
I
in
didn't
there.
even catch
Yeah, yeah. Cool hat, cool theme, hedge funds, hedgehog. I like it. It's interesting. It's kind of almost monochromatic, kind of like money. All these different shades of like green
that. Mhm.
in it. This is a high level hat. I like it.
I just wonder if you need to see the feet, and the leg.
Yeah,
Maybe you can cut them off with the jacket and kind of let the character grow in that. But
yeah,
it's
or
still fun.
even the hands too. Maybe hide the hands, give him like a little behind the hands, behind the back pose, maybe, so you can kind of hide his hands. But I mean, it's a cool kind of pose. He's kind of acting cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just kind of thinking out loud, like how you can kind of shrink it while still making him look like he's got like a big posture, I guess. Yeah, there'd be kind of some cool ways to kind of do that. Maybe make his suit a little bit more fitted. You give him like a humanoid body, but the suit is a little bit. It feels like it's a little bit loose, but
Mhm.
I'm just nitpicking here. I
Right.
think that's a cool
Yeah, it looks
design.
good.
Yeah. Mystic Fox by Win Studio. What do you think?
Yeah, I like this color combination. It's like evergreen and like it's called like a burnt orange sort of with gray. I like the colorway off the bat. It looks cool. I like it. It's kind of just working like the swashy lines.
Mm-hmm.
It all just kind of holds together. The fox looks like he's pouncing. So I like this one.
Yeah. Have you ever seen foxes hunt like this?
Not in person.
Yeah. So I think this is when they hunt in the winter for like rabbits that are hiding in a hole or whatever. So they do this like jump into the snow. Yeah, it's cool. It's there's nothing wrong with the design. I just feel like sometimes his stuff is just retreads of like other stuff we've kind of seen before. So like when you look at a design like this, I know it's not exactly like the Coyote Heart design we've seen, but it reminds me of it.
Okay.
So it's a completely different animal, but I mean they look kind of the same. The pose is a little bit changed, but in terms of like actual art, it's drawn really well. I have no complaints with it. The tail is a little bit weird that it's all black almost, but he's a great artist. But I almost want to push to see him because he does a lot of submissions, but I want to see him do different subject matters that maybe aren't touched or whatever. But like I just feel like this one is it's kind of close, but that's just me looking from far. As a drawing, it's drawn well. The colorway's cool. Forest green and like that fight orange that Texas wears. Rust, burnt orange. Yeah, it's well done. It's well done hat. Let's see. Masters. So Fitted Fanatic is back with Dankadelic. Dankadelic hasn't been around for a while, so it's cool to kind of see him back in the fold. What do you think of this?
Off the bat, I like anything Kings, so I'm a Kings hockey fan, so
yeah,
always bias for that. But I like sort of the open eyes. That's kind of drawing me in. He's not like a human expression, but this is cool.
Yeah, Dank's been around forever. Clink 1.0. He's even done some Clink 2.0, Hat Club. So it's cool to have him kind of back in the fold. He's been doing a lot of stuff for his personal brand, which is really awesome with non-branded hats. But yeah, it's good to have him kind of back in the fold. My only thing with this is I almost feel like it's too flat. I wish like the beard and the hair looks so cool, but it almost feels like it's too flat, if you know what I mean. Maybe with embroidery and how it like stitches out, that'll change it, but like from the mock-up, it almost seems like it's too flat.
Okay.
But drawing wise, it's a good design. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Maybe it just takes some detail like in the cheeks or, like something to give him a little more chisel to his face.
Yeah. Because he did it with the nose. He for sure did it with the nose. The nose is a different texture. The crown is 2 textures of yellow. So there is some sort of it, but maybe I'm not seeing the vision, but like I'm sure once it gets embroidered or whatever, that will be kind of raised up. So it'd be better. It's just maybe the mock-up. I'm not seeing it. It feels a little bit of flat. But the subject matter is cool. It's drawn really well. And I really hope it makes it through.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. The gems on the crown, if those are like raised and stuff, that'd be really cool too.
Yeah, I would get those just because I'd sport it to a Kings game.
Yeah, for sure. It's like an alternate universe hat almost, right? Yeah. It reminds me of the Burger King from the old Kings days.
I love the Burger King.
Yeah.
I wish the Burger King came back. Some form.
Yeah, for sure. Frills by Milos. What do you think?
Interesting. Never, I guess we're putting like a iguana through a hibiscus, which is unique. I'm not real sure on the backstory here, but it pops. This colorway I like. The light, is this a gold maybe, or
looks like Vegas gold possibly?
Yeah, I like that. How that the hat looks too. Just the combo with the underbill and the crown and everything. I don't know if I would get this one. I not real drawn to iguanas or reptiles like that. But it looks cool. I think it's illustrated cleanly.
Yeah, I feel like the back left leg or the back right leg, but we're seeing on the left side is kind of funky a little bit. But it's funny because you mentioned Jason V's the bulldog earlier,
right?
And you're like, oh, I've never seen a cat colored that way, and then all of a sudden, this is a two-tone version of that, but it's pretty much the same, playing in the same color palette. So that's funny how that worked out. But yeah,
I'm curious if this lizard reptile does some sort of neck main sort of action. I wonder if that's the reference. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
It looks floral to me, so maybe it's supposed to be like a fur or hair. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was just
a mash.
Yeah,
it could just be a mashup. Like,
yeah,
he was inspired by a flower and he put it to a lizard, because it also reminds me of like those dinosaurs that have it, or even some of those lizards that have that, like, that poof and then they just run. But yeah, frills. This is a cool one. Sandias from Sierra Gons. So we got some watermelon. What do you think?
This is cool. It looks sort of like a minor league sort of logo, like team.
Yeah, like a Copa.
Yeah, like a Copa for sure. I like it. This is cool. The colorway is great. Character is cool. Like his little sort of turned perspective a little bit. This is cool. I like this.
I like he's wearing a hat too, randomly. Yeah. Makes him feel like he's like about to go into the game. As a selfish person, I hate seeded watermelon. I know seeded watermelon tastes better, but it's just way too much work. But this is interesting. This is cool. Like you said, man, it's got this like minor league Copa feel to it. I think you did a great job.
Yeah, it's good as it is to me. I think it's ready.
Yeah, maybe I get a little bit more yellow into the bat. I know he's kind of going for like that, like a natural wood color, but maybe just add that little yellow or add some, maybe make the hat a little bit brighter to give it just that little bit more pop to kind of break away from the greens a little bit. Other than that, I think he did a great job. So hopefully this one gets it through. Oh, so the Ronin's, the Akuma version. So he has two.
Couple of these already.
Yeah, I think two already. So one was the Ronin that was missing the arm, and the other one was the samurai. So this is kind of like the dead samurai version. This is interesting. What are your initial thoughts?
I'm a fan of these ones. I don't own either of those previously, but they're really cool. I love those, the sandal, the foot, the shoe, step, good posture. These are cool. I love these.
Yeah, these almost look like they could be good like PVC badges. Or not badges.
I know what you're talking about. Like those
like
rubber back ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like this could easily be one of those. Those things sell for a grip of money too. Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Yeah, I think that the format works. Whatever he's doing is going to work. So just doing like a skull version of that. That's cool. I like this. And then it's got like the pink too, just like a little outline.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I almost feel like his front foot is a little bit, tiny bit awkward, maybe, possibly, but maybe I'm just looking at the wrong perspective. But other than that, it's like a really cool design. The logo on the sack almost reminds me of like a Gears of War. Takes me back to like the old Xbox 360 days. But yeah, this is a really you add skulls to anything, you just increase the cool factor exponentially. But yeah, like he did a great job, man. 40, killing it. Keep killing it. Fortune Teller by the Cactus Bomb. So you ever played with those?
Yeah, Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah, Magic 8 Balls. This is cool.
Yeah, I like this too. Cool kind of perspective. It's kind of hot, like a higher perspective. I like that. And the hat reminds me of like Orko from He-Man. He's kind of got like that wizard sort of hat. So that reminds me. Even the colors kind of remind me of that too. But yeah, this is cool. I like this one.
He's got like really cool lighting to it too, right? So it's like got that shine.
Yeah, the highlight on the brim.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The colorway is badass, chrome blue, like a vice blue, sky blue under. We've been seeing a lot of like these like Disney hands lately, so that kind of trend is continuing. That
noodle style.
Yeah.
I wonder the magic over the hand. I wonder if that gets small. So I wonder if that just gets simplified a little bit.
It might. The stars, you mean?
The star looks hollow, I think. So maybe that can just get filled, and that just gets sort of simplified. But awesome design. I love the design and the colorway.
Maybe replace the stars with some type of like whoosh, because when you're really
like a
shit up, it's got that weird like liquid in it. But yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Good job, Cactus Bomb. I don't recognize their name, so hopefully
I don't know them.
I see them around more often. Bonsai Tree by Clinker Wind Studio. So Wind Studio's back, kind of with the flip on the typical Tree of Life style thing, and kind of play off that. So Tree of Life, add some death in there. Bonsai. So what do you think here? This
is cool. I like the hidden skulls in the top canopy of the tree. More that's I guess Wind Studios doing that's kind of their style, that's swashy curvature kind of a style, which is cool. This is cool. I mean, I think it works. Should look good in thread. I'm sure that the canopy part would pop off. Maybe the whole thing is raised up. I'm attracted to those inner sort of outlines. I don't know if that those keep jumping out of my eyes, so I wonder if that is needed there in the middle, or maybe that, I don't know, that stroke in the middle kind of is catching my eye. Just
Yeah.
dip retina too. Yeah, like cool design.
This is tough too because like I criticized them earlier with the Fox thing. I'm gonna go right back to it. There's a design called Tree of Death by Milos that was like the Tree of Life, and then when you
That
put
was
it like glow in the dark,
glow in the dark, right?
it becomes a skull.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like, is this a cool design? Yes. Is it a cool concept? Yes. But like, I don't know if he's looking at other people and just kind of rejigging what they're doing. I don't want to accuse whatever. So that's what it feels like to me. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not. This is nothing like I'm calling like. This is not me trying to like say he's being flagrant about it, but like sometimes it's like the theme is like a little too close to what someone else has done. So I just like as a creative person, I would want to like let someone have it and let it breathe a little bit longer. But here we are. I don't follow them.
Mm-hmm.
He's blocked me, so I can't see the explanation. So maybe it's a totally different explanation, and maybe I'm overthinking it. But someone else did the Tree of Life. It glows in the dark and it has a skull. This is a bonsai tree.
I think
like
it
I
could
said,
be a good looking hat, though. Yeah. I mean, plus too. I mean, when you see somebody maybe in the street or something wearing something, and it just looks cool. Like it's hard.
Yeah,
to,
you could be inspired by it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take nothing away from him. He's a great artist. But he puts out such volume that sometimes this stuff could be a little bit derivative. But Win Studio with Bonsai Tree. And is that it? No, this is the last one. The Cutter. What do you think?
Off the bat, it looks pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I like the symmetrical, like dynamic, kind of coming at you, dropping, positioning. Yeah, I think I'm just kind of just seeing the size looks big, so it's kind of hard to. But I like the the shadow with like the light blue on the sort of like the back half of the ball. That's very cool. I wonder if maybe the swords get a little more white. Is there some white in the blade? Maybe to
Looks
just
like almost like a pale green almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool though. I don't know. I'm not real certain of the color theme, if that has a idea behind it. It looks cool. I don't know. I just maybe something that's sort of Asian inspired. My brain doesn't go to like a red, white, blue, and yellow sort of colorway, but
yeah,
cool design though.
This one's like interesting. Like it's a cool pun. Cutter in baseball is typically something that's not thrown straight. So that's the thing, right? So the cutter usually, if you're right-handed, is going to cut from up to down almost. So that's my one thing looking at it first, like as like a baseball nerd. I'm like, okay, well, this looks like it's just like a fastball because it's going straight at you, right down the middle. So that'd be my first little critique about it. The second one would be like, I don't love the colors on this. It's got yellow, blue, light blue. I don't know. There's just you don't know what you're drawn to when you see something like this. So it's kind of you're all over. It's a well done design. It's a cool theme. It's drawn really well, but for me, like it's missing that kind of dynamic punch. Like, what am I looking at here?
I think the outline might just not be helping its cause.
Yeah,
the yellow just jumps so much. Like if that was a lighter, way lighter yellow or some other light color that just pushes it, pushes the art forward. I'm kind of really just the outline is like jumping so much. So maybe it's just the fact that the outline is just so such a pop.
Yeah. I got to look at the seams of a ball. I feel like the bottom seams are kind of off a little bit because you wouldn't see the seam go like that. I know it fits the design. I mean,
yeah,
it's not like hyper real. It's not supposed to be hyper realistic, but I think the bottom seams are throwing me off a little bit. Like they did an accurate top seam. Like that's where the seam of the ball would work, but the bottom one's throwing me off a little bit. But it's cool design. I like anything like that's baseball themed and like, you know, Can of Corn or Uncle Charlie or like, you know, like stuff like that.
What's on a pond, yeah, like those, phrases.
Yeah, but Cutter is definitely a cool one. Devastating pitch to right-handers if you're right-handed, and you know, it's all in all like a fun subject. So I think they did a great job. So that concludes our
super strong group too.
Yeah. Every week is getting better, man. I think like everyone's kind of pushing to stay up top or pushing to get into the pre-order session. So you're seeing a lot more collaborations now.
I think that's for sure. Yeah, which is really cool. Like people teaming up on designs is really cool.
Yeah,
that.
I think it's really good for the culture. But before we go, are there any projects or things you could tease that potentially, without giving too much away? Where can people find you?
At Smartifice on Instagram. I'll occasionally throw some new designs up. There'll be some things coming later in the year, early next year. We'll see what comes out, but I just been slacking. Just need to get some more designs going. Personally, I've got a long list of ideas that I just need to get around to. I just need to get some more designs worked up. So hopefully I'll do that here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's good to like reconnect with you. Like I said earlier, one of the Clink Vision 1.0 artists, and one of the guys that would really, to me, you're one of the guys that really helped get the ball rolling with Clink Room 2.0 early on. So, you know, great to have you back in the fold and
good to connect with you, man. It's been a while, but love what you do too, what you guys are doing for cap culture and everything. So
thank you.
Good to chat again, man.
All right. So for those who don't know, Aaron Bird, Smartifice, make sure you guys follow him for future. Make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. For Aaron and Leon, we out here, guys. Peace.
Yes, exactly. These fists are on full at any position. To the Lord. Why try to cash a check you can't possibly afford? You think cause it's candy cool, we won't brand you, dude? Trademark your eyes, bloody your nose, splatter me.